toughest part about staying committed to what I've chosen for a relationship, I think, is day to day. With every guy that you meet, every conversation with a guy that you have, every good-looking guy that walks down the street, you have to make choices day in and day out. The thought of my future husband has to stay in the front of my mind 24/7 for me to day be able to stay reserved and stay guarded.
For me, when guys pursue me, I always make it known, if it's gonna go anywhere, I don't want it to be physical. I've gotten reactions from, I totally respect that, I respect you, I respect your heart, and stuff saying, are you kidding me? Are you serious? That's stupid. Okay, well then you really don't care about me. If you're gonna have that reaction, your motivation is not my heart. It's not about protecting my heart, it's about satisfying your own needs.
A lot of times people will allude to things or ask me what my experiences are or something like that, and for me to say, to kind of avoid the question or to say no, that's not me, that's not who I am. It kind of chips away at you sometimes, and it makes you think, what, am I really missing anything? But after a while, and you see the bad consequences from friends or from people that or relatives that have gone down the wrong path, that have lost their purity and have chosen to move in that direction, with those consequences in mind, that's really what helps me to remember why I make the choices that I do.
I mean, I've heard stories of guys hearing about me and saying, oh, that's the girl that she's hard to get, right? And a lot of people look down on that, like, oh, she's hard to get, but in reality, it's like an honor to be hard to get. It's an honor to have somebody say that about you. So that's been a surprise, but it's a pleasant surprise.
It's been surprising because it's a lot harder than you think when you're 10. You think it's gonna be so easy. You think you're just gonna wake up in a couple years and you're gonna be like, oh, hey, I'm engaged. Oh, it's my wedding day. Oh, that was a breeze. But then you meet people and you develop relationships and you wake up one morning and you're like, okay, how many mistakes have I just made? And I think the first surprise is that it's a lot harder than you ever could have imagined. And the second surprise is that for me, in realizing how hard it was, I realized how important it was. I'd always been trained my whole life. This is what you do in a relationship. This is the goal. And I always owned it. I always believed in it. That's always the picture that I had in my mind. But as I realized how hard it was, it really did become my own, and it really did rock my world to the point where I was like, all right, I'm living this out day to day. No matter what the cost, I have to sell out to this.